Why, hello there. Welcome. Welcome to Brandi Films. My name is Brandi, and welcome to my living room makeover episode 2, where we're finally creating the design plan to bring my living room vision to life. Hello, hi, this is Brandi with Brandi Films. Who am I speaking with? Living room makeover? Okay. Oh, okay, you have a rental. Okay. LA ceiling fan. Okay. Well, I'm so glad that you have explained to me the vision that you have for your living room makeover. The next step would be for me to come in and for me to put together a... Shut up! Be quiet. And so the next step would be for me to come in and help you out by taking your vision and creating a design plan. Yes! I am so excited for you also. Yes! Okay, yeah, don't worry. We are going to take our time with this makeover. We are not going to rush a thing, okay? We are going to put our soul into this. We are going to have fun while we do this. And if we, shed a few tears, that is okay because it will all be worth it in the end. So, okay, sounds good. Well, I'm so happy that you found Brandi Films. That is what I'm here for, free. And then of course, just to enjoy the journey along the way. Now, wait a minute. There was something I forgot to tell you. Okay, so I'm going to be helping out with this design plan. Okay, but I do have a dog. Okay, and his name is Free. His name is Mr. Free. And Mr. Free, he likes to eat. Okay, so he likes snacks. He likes to eat. You'll probably see him around and things like that, but he shouldn't get too much in the way, with me putting together this design plan for you. So no worries. Ooh, this is going to be one heck of a living room makeover. I tell you, this is going to be so fun. Today is the day that I am super excited about because as a part of my living room design plan, I'm going to share with you the layout, lighting, furniture sizing, and towards the end of this video, we are going to start preparing for our first DIY project. Previously, here in my living room makeover series, in episode 1, I shared with you my vision for transforming this rental space, the overall vibe, inspiration, and the look that I want to bring to life in my living room. This living room has so much potential. I want this space, my living room, to feel very intimate, moody. If you know me, then you know, but I love moodiness. I love warm colors. It's time to turn that vision into an actual design plan. There is a lot to come in this video, but before we hop into the design plan, if you know, then you know, but I love my little extras, okay? I do have timestamps here in the video if you want to fast forward, but first, I have got to show off my featured drink for today's video. you can see, per usual, if you are new here, welcome. I am so glad that you are here. And if you have been here before, welcome back. If you know, you know, but I always have a drink in all of my videos just because I am doing a lot like in my personal life. Like I also work a full-time job. And so I just like need a little bit of extra energy when I do these videos. Sometimes a little bit more energy than other times. But the drink featured in today's video is a strong peanut butter blended coffee drink that I made. So that's what we have here. I did make it like a little bit like a bit more liquidy than I usually prefer, but it's still good. So this consists of a Nespresso, peanut butter, ice, and milk. I want 4 total LED wall beams on this wall. I want 2 over here as far out as I can go on the wall, and then I want 2 over here as far out as I can go along this side of the wall. So we're gonna have 2 LED wall beams over here, 2 LED wall beams over here. Under each wall beam, I want to install LED strip lighting. I want this to create a hidden glow that just slightly oozes out from beneath the beams. This will bring out the natural wood texture of the beams while giving off a cozy, slightly techie, elevated kind of feel. We're gonna have a huge blank space in the middle of the wall where we are going to build for my blank little wall that I will have. We are going to put together over time, of course, a ginormous, huge, beautiful, just super beautiful gallery wall that I intend to fill with tons of beautiful wall art.
Oh, good boy. You like that? You're so good boy. Oh, you're so good. Oh, oh.
All right, so this is my wall that has one of the windows within it, and I would like to first hide the cords where my TV is mounted, of course. I've never done that before, so we'll do that together at some point. I would like to add a console table of some sort, probably something a little bit on the taller side to go underneath my TV, just to store, you know, media things, and then also, of course, to have some decor on top. I just want a table underneath the TV there. For my curtains, I went ahead and just included a few different types of curtains here in my sample photos, just to kind of give you an idea of what I'm thinking about doing. So either I'm going to do velvet and sheer, like a mixture of those two, so velvet on the outside, sheer on the inside, or maybe velvet on the outside and then maybe lacy curtains on the inside. That's what I did in my last place. So we'll see which one I decide to go with, but you know, I'm not saying I'm going to go with these colors either. These are just some colors that I kind of have in mind. And then for the window area here, I am going to be covering up the gray window seal trim that you see here. And then also I am redoing the baseboards. Well, I'm not redoing the baseboards, but I am going to be covering those up as well. I do not like the gray, and so I want the window seal trim to be black, and I want the baseboard to be black. So we will be doing that to this wall area. For this area over here, I will be hanging curtains over these two large windows. And then also, as you can see, I do want to do something super beautiful with my stairwell ledge. And like I mentioned, we will be covering up all the baseboards. We won't have any gray baseboards, and I think that's going to really help out. This is just very similar to like a simulation photo, so don't take the colors, you know, as, oh, these are the colors I'm doing or anything. But I want to do like an extreme floral DIY to my stairwell ledge. If you know, then you know, but I love a filled space. To some people's eyes, it looks like, you know, oftentimes like, oh, too cluttered. For me, I love things to be in every corner. I do like some blank, you know, space in between things, but for the most part, I love everything to be filled. So with that being said, it's very important that I measure all of my furniture. And this is not all the furniture that we'll be adding. We will be DIYing furniture to add in new pieces, but it's important that I measure my furniture so that way I don't run into any issues later on when it comes to me putting all of my furniture together. Knowing that all of the pieces will fit together is critical for me because I do not want to get to the end of this. I do not want to do all of my DIY projects, coffee table, end tables, all of that. I have all my furniture and then things not fit, you know? So that is the reason why I'm taking time out to measure furniture, notating it so that way I can have it and know with confidence that all of the furniture I'm going to be adding will fit. And then also my measurements that I'm notating all throughout this video is going to help me tremendously when it comes to shopping for so many things, such as curtains, curtain rods, tables, when I'm thrifting, trying to find tables, rugs. When it comes to Brandi's living room, when it comes to my living room, I repeat, I do not want a large living room rug. I do not want that. I would like a ton of like runner rugs in my living room. You may be thinking like, kind of like weird and it's like not like what people normally do. But I personally like for the rug in the living room to touch your feet. For your feet to be able to touch the rug wherever you're at in the living room, regardless of where you're sitting. And typically when you have like an area rug in the living room, it's like strictly, you know, like for the center, right? You have your coffee table on there, but like sometimes if your living room is a little bit larger, your legs or your feet can't reach the rug, you know? And like, I just want like there to be a rug underneath feet at all time, no matter where you're sitting at in the living room. And so that's the reason why I want to go with runner rugs. I want to have like runner rugs in front of each of the sofas. And then also I want a runner rug to run along my back window in the living room. I feel like that would be super, super beautiful. And then also I want a runner rug to go in front of the other large wall. So we might do a ton of like those runner rugs. And then we might do one like maybe medium sized rug, like for the middle, you know, to put the coffee table on, because, you know, I can't just have the coffee table like on the floor, you know, like you need a rug underneath a coffee table to just make it complete. So we might do that. That might be kind of cute. You know, you have like runner rug in front of the sofa over here, runner rug in front of the sofa over here, runner rug in front of the wall, runner rug in front of the other wall. And then you have one like medium sized rug in the middle with your big coffee table. So I'd have 2 horizontal rugs. I'd have 2 vertical rugs, a middle rug with a big coffee table. And then you have like some clean, you know, space, you know, in between each rug. And then all 4 of those rugs would have space in between, you know, the middle medium sized rug. So that's my plan, at least, like when it comes to rugs for the living room. So. So there are going to be a lot of DIY projects that we are going to do together for my living room makeover. So I'm going to run through them quickly with you. So number 1, we are going to be doing ceiling beams, DIY ceiling beams. How are we going to do those with my big, fat, ugly ceiling fan in the middle? I have no idea. But will we figure it out? Yes, we will, okay? And then second, I'm going to be doing wall beams. I know you may be thinking that's gonna be too many beams, that's gonna be too much wood, it's gonna be too much. It's not, I promise. I'm not gonna say I know what I'm doing because I don't, but I am kind of good at like using what I have and adjusting and like making it still look good somehow. So, and then thirdly, we are going to do a baseboard DIY project. And these are not in order. I'm not going to tell you the order in which we're going to do them because I want the videos in this living room makeover series to be a surprise. You know, like when I release it, I want you to be like, oh, we're doing that one? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to like know. So yeah, okay. Also, number 4, we are going to completely DIY a coffee table, a big centerpiece coffee table. And then also we are going to DIY end tables for the living room. So for all of those tables, I definitely want to thrift all of those and just completely do them up. And I'm talking about like actually do them. Now, you know, I've done an entryway table DIY project here on my channel before. I'll put a link here if you're interested. You can check it out after this video. But you know, that was a super fast turnaround DIY. And you know, I knew I wasn't going to be in that apartment that long, you know, but this time around, I really want to take my time and make super like statement pieces. Like when it comes to my coffee table and the end table. You know, I want them to be DIY, but like kind of like not look DIY, like if you know what I mean. So yeah, those are the DIY projects that I have in mind when it comes to this makeover series. Like I said in episode 1, when I shared with you the vision, we are going to be doing a ton of thrifting, antiquing, decorating, all of those kind of videos when I put up my curtains, when I decorate my ledge, all of that kind of stuff. And there will definitely be like mini DIYs that we do also. Just like want to give you at least like, you know, a rundown of kind of what to expect in my living room makeup in my living room makeover series. Now that the design plan is locked in, it is time to prepare for our first DIY project. In the next video, we start a DIY project in this room. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one, God willing.